Let's go to next week. Once again, we are all called to the gymnasium first thing Monday morning. Only this time there are even more people here. Is this a meeting of the whole school? What for? This is an initiation already, is it? Yeah, no, it is. I asked Virginia if she knew what this was about, but she just grinned and said she couldn't tell me. Someone steps up to the podium, but it's not a teacher.
Good morning, everyone. My name is William Danson, and I am your incoming senior class president. But for the next week, half of you will be calling me Sir William. Welcome to freshman initiation.
A magical initiation ritual?
Before we start, I am required to give you some safety information. Nothing that happens this week should cause you physical harm. If you are ordered to do something dangerous or that you know is wrong, please go to a teacher immediately. Now all you freshmen, please line up. One at a time, come up on stage, announce your name and where you come from, and receive one of these initiation handbooks.
Okay. Students dutifully shuffle along, announcing themselves one by one. Some of them I've already met. Some names are new. Suki Sato, Jamal Mir, Pastel Rao, Luke and Logan Pfeiffer. Then it's my turn. After I state my name, William hands me a stapled-together paper booklet. Inside are a bunch of rules and a list of all the members of the senior class, complete with black and white pictures and full names. According to this, we're required to memorize the names of all the seniors, and throughout the week we have to address them as sir or lady, whatever. And there's more. We have to memorize a silly poem and recite it on command. We must never show our backs to a senior. We must never be taller than a senior. We must always respond to requests with... Wait, William's at the podium again.
Now, as well as serving and honoring the entire senior class, each one of you will become the property of one particular senior. Your senior is your master, your best friend, your worst nightmare, and your only protection from the rest of us. Stand and wait, and we will choose.
Ooh. So when we get to meet Demon Boy. He steps away from the podium while we freshmen look at each other nervously. The seniors start to move around the room, poking and prodding and calling out orders. You're taller than me, freshman! Get down on the ground!
Don't turn away from me, freshman! I see your back!
Ellen and I end up kneeling, back to back and watching as the sharks circle. Yee. We know who this is. You. Hi, Damian. I look up to see a strange boy standing over me. Very strange. Even Pastel, the girl with the fairy wings, looked mostly human. You and I didn't end things well last time. According to the list of seniors, his name is Damian Ramsey. But what is he? Cutie patootie, I think you should be mine. Okay. Stand up. But then I might be taller. It's alright, you're with me. You don't have to worry about the rules if I'm with you. Only what I say matters. Here, take my hand. I'll help you up. Okay, Damian. Is it possible to be friends with Damian? Like, just friends? I don't know. With Damian's help, I climb to my feet. Come on, I'll walk you to the door. You need to stay by me until you're out of sight of the other seniors. Then you can plan the rest of your week in peace. What happens for the rest of the week? More of the same, mostly. They'll boss you around when they see you and make you say embarrassing things. Then on Friday, everyone hugs and makes up. Don't let it distract you too much from your studies. You need to learn if you're going to keep up. I'd suggest studying blue magic this week. Is that an order, sir? Just a suggestion. When I give you an order, you'll know. I will turn up to give you some instructions later in the week. I wouldn't be doing my job properly if I didn't give you at least a little bit of a hard time. He grins and brushes the back of his hand against my cheek. Good luck, Cutie. With a wave, he leaves me on my own. I'm sorry, Damian. I'm gonna have to break your heart again. So what should I do this week? Well, Ellen loves blue, and Damian said do blue, and blue's the highest one I've got. Good grief, I sucked at green, black, and white. Oh well. Hopefully that's enough that they won't be like, you should extend your palette. Ah. I need to get to at least 30 in blue in order to pass my exam. Light. A gentle glow improves visibility in the caster's location. So if I get to 30 before the exam, I might take the other ones just to be on the safe side. I'm walking back to my room when I hear someone yelling up ahead. Oh, it's Angela. Lower freshman! Yes, Lady Angela! Ellen bends her knees, but the older girl follows suit. Because she's a bee. You're still too tall, lower! Poor Ellen tries to make herself even smaller. If that senior notices me, she'll just start yelling at me too. I can't make her stop, but I feel like I ought to do something. Hey, leave her alone! Is she yours? She's a horse, and this is our all. You can go on now. Whatever. Sorry about that, kids. People ought to be safe in dorms and classes so they can get their schoolwork done. I love Isabel. I know I'm not your senior, but if you really need help dealing with the others, just let me know. Thanks. The older girl nods and goes back to her room, and I come out of hiding. Are you okay? What? I'm fine. Everything's fine. Really? Oh, Ellen. I follow Ellen into our room. Hey guys, how's initiation so far? I'm not sure what the point is. It's a bonding experience. How else would you know that you'd grown up and become a real witch? By casting spells? Maybe? Whatever. So who'd you guys get for seniors? I got Balthazar Brundrick. He likes plants. He really likes plants. I think he's got moss growing on him. Your brother, William. Oh, that's great. He'll be good to you. What about you, Cutie? Damian Ramsey. Oh, no. What do you mean, oh, no? He's evil. What? What's so bad about him? Everything. Look at him. He's a demon. Demons are real? There are actual evil demons like in stories? Probably. There are a lot of creatures in the other world. What's the other world? Anywhere that's not Earth. Ask one of the professors, they can explain it better. But if he's only probably a demon... Well, look, he's obviously not full human, right? He's not a wild seed like you. But when he first turned up at school back when William was a freshman, nobody had ever heard of him before. So if he's from a magical family, how come nobody knows them? All magical families know each other? Well, it's not like everybody knows everybody, but everybody knows somebody if you go back far enough. Most of the people in our year born magical I've met sometime, even if I don't know them that well. Or my dad knows their aunt or knows someone who does. Like that winged girl, Pastel. Yeah, her dad was a sylph. See, everybody knows about her and her mother, but nobody knew that guy. And he's blue. How is that possible? Also, William doesn't like him, so I don't like him. It all sounds vaguely mysterious, but there's no proof that there's anything evil about Damian. Well, as long as he's nice to you, it's alright, right? Yeah, I guess. I don't know about that guy. He can get very pissy when he wants to. Oh, hey. I'm hurrying across the campus first thing in the morning when I spot Damian leaning against a wall. All casual-like. Well, hello there, Cutie. Hi. Sorry, I can't talk right now. What's the matter? Big Steve said I had to get him coffee right now. Well, he sort of growled it, really. Who do you belong to? Me or Big Steve? Well, you, but... Then I think you have time to talk. Don't worry, I won't bite. It's just that I've been thinking about you. As your senior, I'm supposed to give you commands so that you can demonstrate your obedience. I have to make you do things that you wouldn't want to do. But I don't want to do anything that would hurt or upset you in front of people. Oh, well, thanks, I guess. So I thought of something else. Something you could do that no one else would have to know about. Our little secret. Maybe this is why I don't like him. He's got so much innuendo surrounding him. Like... I want you to write me a love letter. What? An extremely romantic love letter. I want you to proclaim your undying passion in words, with hearts and flowers and sealed with a kiss. I see you're embarrassed. That makes it a good challenge for your initiation, and a good souvenir for me too. I always wanted someone to write me a love letter. So you'll do it, right, freshman? I'll do it. Good girl. Hand it to me by midnight and your task is complete. And make sure it's juicy. You'd better hurry and get Steve's coffee now. Right. We head off on our separate ways. Yeehaw, it's gonna take me forever to get to 30 at this rate. I'm sitting at my desk, staring at a blank piece of paper and tapping my pencil absently.
Could you stop that? It's a slightly annoying sound.
Sorry. I flatten my hands on the desk surface to try and keep from fidgeting. And sigh.
Are you doing homework?
No, I'm trying to write a stupid love letter.
A love letter?
Not a real one. It's for initiation. I'm supposed to write a really romantic love letter. But I have no idea what to say.
Oh. Maybe you should just quote Shakespeare. Sonnets are romantic.
I don't think that counts as writing.
Sorry, I was never very good at creative writing. Oh, I have an idea. You don't have to copy a famous poem exactly, but they can still give you suggestions. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. So compare him to something unusual.
What can I compare Damian to? I don't think she'd like that. His voice is like butter. I think of butter when I think of your voice because it's warm and soft and it goes all melty.
That's sweet. Good start.
If you were butter on a table with a bread basket, lots of people would want to take bits of you. But I want to keep all the butter for myself because it's delicious. I hate this part. Cutie just gets way into it and Ellen's just mortified. Butter gets all over my fingers and makes them slippery. And when I lick them... I'm not sure how to finish that sentence.
I think you've said enough already.
Are you sure? You know, I could go a little bit further, Ellen, if you want.
Well, I suppose you could finish it with, I'm thinking of you.
Okay. I look at what I've written and frown. I don't think I have good love letter handwriting, though. And I don't have any cutesy stationery.
I do. I could copy it over for you if you want.
Really? Thanks. I hand her my scribbled version and she produces a small pad of pink paper decorated with flowers. It's supposed to be sealed with a kiss. Do you think he'll know if I don't?
I don't know. There might be a spell for it.
I guess I have to then. Ellen copies my love letter, and I fold it up and carefully kiss the center of the folded paper. I do not want a paper cut on my lips. Now I can deliver this thing and forget about it. At least until the next morning. Or is it not the next morning? Does it take a couple days? Silence. A single target is rendered temporarily noiseless. Oh, I thought it was the next day. Oh. Here it is. Wonder what happens if I don't admit it. Well, let's see what happens. When the professor arrives for class, we're all waiting quietly in our seats. He proceeds to walk to the front of the class, looks down at his desk, and frowns. It's Grabby's music. He picks up a folded piece of pink paper, holding it pinched between thumb and forefinger as if it were a particularly unpleasant bit of soiled laundry. Unfolding it gingerly, he begins to read aloud.
I think of butter when I think of your voice, because it's warm and soft, and it goes all melty.
Oh no! There are a few giggles, quickly smothered as his gaze sweeps the classroom.
Would the author of this little missive care to identify him or herself?
Do. I do my best to keep my face still. He'll never know. Never know.
What freshmen often do not realize is that the professors have ways of finding these things out.
He holds his wand against the paper, moving his lips inaudibly. Uh-oh.
Ah, Miss Middleton.
I can explain! Oh, Ellen, I'm sorry!
And do you expect me to be flattered by your childish affections?
I didn't write!
I am not interested in your excuses. The facts are clear. 10 demerits and detention this Saturday.
He took this a lot better from Ellen than he did from me. Remember he had like the angry face and he was like, Miss Cutie.
Of course it would be you.
He had it in from me from the beginning. Cutie, how could you? Ellen bursts into tears and runs out of the room. I'm sorry. Oh no, she must think I put that note on his desk. Excuse me. Not waiting for his answer, I leave my desk and run after her. Ellen! Ellen! She can't have gone that far, even running. I know I can run faster than she can. Ellen! Oh, Ellen! I'm so sorry. Finally, I find her, leaning against the wall, sniffling. Come to laugh at me now? I didn't do it. I gave that note to Damian, just like I said I would. He even complimented the handwriting. Ellen, on my magic, I have no idea how that note got to Grabby's desk. Then why didn't you say it was yours? I didn't think he had any way to find out. I thought he might ask if anyone had seen who left the note there. And maybe then I'd find out too. I didn't want to confess to that, because I didn't do it, you know? I guess, but... how am I going to tell my mother I got a detention? You shouldn't have to. You didn't do anything. I'm going to talk to Damian and find out just what happened to that letter. Hang in there, Ellen. I stomp through the halls, driven by the fires of righteous fury. Even the seniors I pass on my way don't dare challenge me. Falcon Hall, home of the pretty boys. He must be around here somewhere. Damian, you pretty boy. Is my favorite freshman looking for me? I jab my finger into his chest. You gave my love letter to Professor Grabiner, you jerk. He read it out in front of everyone, and then he did a spell to see who wrote it, and now my roommate's got detention. Your roommate? She has better handwriting than me, so she rewrote it on pink paper to make it look cute. She did me a favor, and now she's being punished for it. I hope you're happy. That wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, Cutie. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have been bragging. That's what started this. Wait, what? I was telling some of the guys how I'd made my freshmen write this letter for me. I was showing off. They thought it was funny. The very idea of a girl writing a love letter to someone like me. When I was at class yesterday, someone broke into my room and stole a letter. Oh! I thought they were only going to use it to tease me. I never imagined that they would try to use it against you, and I had no idea your roommate was involved. Well, I'm not going to let them have the last laugh. Come on, Cutie. First, I'm going to apologize to your roommate in person. Then I'll go to Professor Grabner. If someone gets detention for this, it should be me. He grabs my hand and pulls me along the corridor slightly roughly. He looks a bit scary when he's mad, but I bet I did too. I know just how he feels. It's so unfair when mean people hurt innocents for no reason. Mean people. When we reach Horse Hall, I detach myself from his grip. Excuse me. Let me go and fetch her. I don't think she'd react well if you suddenly barged into our room. Of course. Not because you're a demon. Just because she's upset right now. You're right. I'm sorry. I'll wait. Thanks, Damian. I enter the room. Ellen is sitting on her bed with an odd expression on her face. Ellen? Damian's here to apologize. Some bully stole his love letter to pick on him. He said he'll go to the professor and explain.
That's all right. He doesn't have to.
What?
William already did. He came to check on me and I told him the whole story, and he's class president, you know, and he said he could fix it.
Oh!
He's very sweet.
So, will you come talk to Damian? He feels really horrible about what happened. And I yelled at him too, so I feel kind of guilty.
Okay.
She goes outside to talk to Damian. So her senior already rode to her rescue. Well, I guess that's good. The important thing is that it gets sorted out. I guess. All's well that ends well. It's not until I wake up on Friday morning that I realize something. Something very important, which should have occurred to me before now. It's Friday the 13th. Virginia! Psst! Virginia, wake up! What? It's Friday the 13th. So? Are there any special rituals we need to do? Or not to do to protect us from magical bad luck? Oh. No, Friday the 13th is good luck when you're a witch. Oh. So it's a good omen that our initiation finishes today. Not let me finish sleeping? She pulls the covers over her head. Sorry, Virginia. And blue magic. Hooray! True Sight allows the caster to see through illusions in the current location. Very useful. After the day's activities, we're all called together into the gym again. Just freshmen at first, standing together in a confused herd and whispering about the crazy task we've done this week. Then we hear the sounds of heavy bootsteps marching in union. Bow down, look up, you're too tall, don't turn your back to me, lower! Lower! I love that. After a few minutes, we're all lying flat on our backs on the floor. And that's when William takes the stage.
Welcome, freshmen. It's time for the final phase of your initiation. Corina will be passing out the blindfolds. Please put them on.
A long-haired girl from Snake Hall tiptoes around the room, delicately placing a strip of dark fabric in the hands of each freshman. Blindfolded? What are they planning to do with us? Well, everyone else is doing it. Dots. Okay, now I can't see, and I have no idea what's going on. I hear people moving around, whispering. One or two giggles. I wait. Eventually, I feel a hand touching my shoulder. Sit up, carefully. Now, on your feet. I stand up, with unseen hands under my elbows steadying me. Then one of those hands pushes me. Hey!
Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows.
I feel myself spun around, passed from hand to hand. I think this is Damian, isn't it? Stop! They hold me, swaying in place. For your own safety, do exactly what I tell you. Walk forward, slowly. That voice sounds familiar. Well, whatever, I'll play along. I follow the instructions of the voices and try to guess where I'm going. Through the buildings, out a door, across the grounds. Step up! Up! Careful now, don't hit your head. I feel a hand on top of my head guiding me into a van. Sit down, I'll strap you in. I can hear other people being guided into the remaining seats. So, okay, we're going for a drive. To the mall? To a cave? To a hotel? To a secret underground temple? Dots! At last, we arrive and are carefully ushered out of the car. Surprise! Hey! What? Initiation is over. Now it's time for the party. Groups of students lounge around by the lakeside, seniors and freshmen mingling freely. Long tables groan under watermelons, punch bowls, and chafing dishes. There's soda and barbecue and games, and presents from the seniors to their freshmen. You bought me a present? Actually, we were supposed to make them, but I've never been very good at that sort of thing. So, here. He hands me a small box. Inside I find butter? And you don't have to share it with anyone. He smiles at me and seems so perfectly happy that I can't imagine anyone would ever think him an evil demon, even when he was angry and gripping me by the arm. Come on, let's go join the party. It's just getting started. Alright. Everybody's here. This would be a good chance to get my roommates to meet Damian and see that he's not a bad guy. But if that backfired and they said something mean to him, it could spoil the party. What should I do? Well, let's see. Can't just have fun in the sun with Damian yet. So, should go hang out with Ellen. Since you guys already know each other. Oh, you should meet my roommates. Are you sure? They're nice. You'll like them. Actually, you already met Ellen, but it wasn't the best moment at the time. This should be much better. Ellen blends into crowds, but William is tall and distinctive, and since he's her senior, they'll probably be together. Ellen is wild seed like me, but she's really smart, and better at schoolwork than I am. Look, there she is. Hi, guys!
Hi, Cutie. Look what William gave me.
She holds up her hand to show off a string bracelet with little clay beads on it, spelling out E-L-L-E-N. Aw, that's so sweet. Oh, that's cute.
What did you get?
Butter.
Why would you give her something like that?
Ellen knows why. Oh, right. Anyway, I thought this would be a good time for you and Damian to get to know each other better.
Yes, Ellen, this is Damian, who nearly got you into a lot of trouble.
Right? That's not fair. It wasn't his fault, and he tried to fix it.
Yeah, funny how someone just happened to get past his room's protections that day. Leave the door unlocked?
Do you regularly check the locks on my door, William? I thought you'd gotten over that little...
Anyway, everything turned out all right in the end. So please don't fight.
But brawling is what wolves are best at. Ellen's right. You guys have nothing to fight about. Everything's fine. Let's just enjoy the party, okay? Come on, we should get refreshments. I bet Virginia's already stacking her plate.
Probably.
And so we spend the afternoon having a good time together. Yeah, friendship. That was interesting. On Saturday morning, I wake up to find envelopes under the door again. Our allowances and one extra. My parents finally wrote to me. I open up the envelope, intending to skim through it quickly, but it turns out there's not much to skim through. They send their love and hope I'm having fun at boarding school. That's it. No mention of what they've been doing. No questions about any friends I've made. Not even any questions about magic. How can they not ask about magic? Before I got here, I had no idea what was possible. There was only that brief moment of magic back when I was 13, before the officials came to turn off the power and give me the choice. For 3 years, I've had to wait and wonder. And now I'm finally starting to discover this entire world of possibilities, and they don't even ask? Maybe they don't want to bother me in case I'm busy, or they figure I'll tell them when I want to tell them. I still haven't written. I'm so bad. I will write them a letter. Tomorrow. Really? But for today, I have to decide whether or not to go out. That's Studi. Yeah, I'm smarter. After breakfast, I sit down to figure out what to write to my parents. I could tell them about the strange professors here, but I don't want to sound like I'm complaining. There are lots of silly stories about things that happened during initiation, but I'm not sure if you can really appreciate them if you weren't there. They might think it sounds like bullying. I guess I should tell them about my bedroom and the food here. Things like that so that they don't worry about me. They'll want to know that I get enough sleep and I remember to brush my teeth. And my roommates, I should write about them. We've been so busy, we don't know each other all that well yet, but they're both good people. Poor Ellen's had a hard time of it this week with initiation. I'm sure she's glad that it's all over. As for magic, well, I learned a few things, but I haven't really done proper magic yet. Just classroom exercises, so I'll wait a while before I tell them much about that. Mail doesn't go out on Sundays, so I fold my letter up and stick it in an envelope, but I don't seal it yet. I can get a stamp from the on-campus post office tomorrow. I think I'll go for a walk. I'll drink some water. I wander around the campus, wondering how long the leaves will stay green. This is a magical place, so it might be like this all year. I'd miss the fall colors, though. I wonder what witches and wizards do for Halloween. Dress up like normal people? As I'm thinking that, my own personal Halloween decoration makes an appearance. Hi, Damian. He looks at me oddly. What are you up to? Want to do something together? Why? To be friendly? Because we're bored? Not that bored. Without a further word, he brushes past me and away. What just happened here? Whoop. Virginia comes up behind me. I told you so. Told me what? That he's evil. I was just talking to my brother about him to get the scoop. He's a total womanizer. William says last year he left every sophomore in Butterfly Hall crying in the bathroom at some point. He gets girls' hopes up, then when they fall in love with him, he dumps them. I'm not dating him. The point is, he's a jerk. Forget you ever knew him. You'd be better off. There must be some misunderstanding. I know Virginia doesn't like Damian, but he was nice to me. Maybe he's just having a really bad day. If he doesn't want to talk to me right now, there's no point in chasing after him. Yeah, no kidding. Come on, let's go to the gym and play. Okay. I guess. Whew! And that week finally finished. Check our diary. So many entries. Freshman initiation. The new students all have to bow and scrape to the seniors for a week. We each are assigned to one senior in particular. Mine is Damian. Mysterious past. Virginia says no one had ever heard of Damian before he turned up at the school. She thinks that's pretty weird since he's obviously not a wild seed like me. Where did he come from? Love letter. Damian has ordered me to write him a juicy love letter as part of initiation. Writing. Ellen helped me come up with an idea for my love letter and even copied it out for me on nicer paper so it would look pretty. I delivered it to Damian's hall on schedule. Whew! Ellen in trouble. The love letter Ellen wrote to me was stolen by bullies and given to Professor Grabner. He did a spell to see who wrote it and blamed Ellen. Damian felt terrible about what happened. Luckily, William was able to get the whole mess straightened out. Lakeside party. Freshman initiation ended today with a big cookout party by a lake in the forest. Damian gave me a silly present, which was sweet. I tried to get him to make friends with Ellen, but William was with her and he and Damian don't seem to get along. And snubbed? I tried to talk to Damian today and he completely brushed me off. What's going on? He was really friendly to me last week. Did something happen? Virginia says it's just because he's evil, but... well, he's a demon. What you gonna do?